Hi, my name is Connor, and I want to tell you about a time that I witnessed God in my life. The transition from high school to college was particularly rough for me. Not only was I leaving my shared circle, my family, I also was broken up with a longtime girlfriend. I had two family members pass away in close succession, and it sounds silly, but I started losing my hair, and my self-image and self-worth were at an all-time low. And I remember halfway into freshman year of college, I was hanging out with a group of guys, and we weren't talking about faith or religion or anything, but a guy looked at me and he said, "Connor, I want you to come to a Bible study that I'm hosting on Monday." And it seemed to me in that moment that was a call that I needed to answer. So I went to the Bible study, and on the first night, the very first thing we talked about was very early in Genesis. It's described that God created man in his image. And we talked about, how is that possible? We all look so different. We're all created differently. How does that work? That line, God created you in his image, isn't about how you look. It isn't about self-esteem. It's about the stuff that matters. And that first night of the Bible study, we started right in Genesis. And there's a line that I'm sure you're probably familiar with. It's that God created man in his image. And we talked about, how is that possible? We all look so different. It's because the image that we're talking about is what actually matters. What's inside of you, what makes up your actions, the relationships and the connections that you form. And it wasn't an immediate fix. It never is. But that was the motivation I needed to start treating myself a little friendlier and understanding that the hand that I've been dealt is just a hand. I can do something with it. I have the power. And when we think about that phrase, God created us in his image, there's so much comfort in that, knowing that God looks past the things that I see in myself, and he sees what truly matters. If I can leave you with one thing, it's to be kinder to yourself, because God is. And he wants you to see what he sees in you, which is the stuff that matters.